All right, in this section we're going to pick up where we left off with material, some basic material stuff with the Gabriel shader. If you didn't watch the first video, you probably want to watch that as I'm picking up directly where I left off there. So right now, currently on this material, all we have is this base map of this, this brick material. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of alpha to it by adjusting some of the vertex alpha. So as well as being able to do alpha that's based on the material, which is right here, this would be based on the entire material. We can also set alpha based on vertices, which we'll go ahead and do right now. So I'll set these to say be 0, so that this corner of this object now will become completely opaque. The only other thing I have to do other than setting the alpha to 0 is setting it so that alpha is on here with standard transparency. So we go ahead and we do that, and we can go ahead and preview that. Okay, so now we've got a square that's got its corner that's being alphaed out. So you can use any combination of vertex alpha along with alpha in an alpha channel, along with the material alpha. Okay, so that's basic transparency. I'm going to turn those back to 100. All right. Some of the other things, as far as if you're working with consoles, that are pretty useful. If you click on a texture, or you're on the actual texture attributes here on the bitmap parameters, and you click on the add remove texture attributes, that'll bring up this Gabriel specific texture export parameters, where we can set things up so that we can mark things per platform to export in a different way. So if you're using one texture, but you're like, okay, well, this is going to be on the 360, we don't have quite as much memory to work with there, so we're going to half size this texture, and maybe we'll cut it down to 16-bit as opposed to being 32-bit. So you can set up per texture export attributes there. And then that way, when you export for that platform, it'll go ahead and look for these and go ahead and adjust the textures as needed. The other per platform thing that you can do, which is very interesting, is on a per material basis, you can set up materials basically so that they'll export differently per platform. So if you don't want to go down to the texture level, you just basically want to set it up so that a material is different on one platform than the other. You can use our X platform material. So we can just click here and we can change this from this being its standard material to the Gabriel X platform material. We can hit OK, and we want to keep this as a sub-material. And there we go. Okay, so now we've got 3 different materials that we can go ahead and we can set these up differently for the PC and differently for the Xbox and differently for the PS3. And that allows us to go ahead and go in and adjust the shader for that particular platform. So then when it exports, when we go ahead and we export here, we can select the platform that it's going to export for, and it'll then grab that material for that platform. Okay, let's see. I think that's the end of some additional information I just wanted to get in there about the Gabriel material.